Tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
From the gun, Piron. And he's brought down for a loss. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. 7-6 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They have second down behind the sticks. Cut by Hunt. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage.
And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Chiefs take a second quarter lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Reed now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Good looking return here, and he's got room. He's at the 30. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a second quarter lead. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens take a slim 2-point lead. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Return starts at the 9. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Offense in the hurry up here. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 2nd and 6 now. Has him on the quick hitter. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the inner harbor. The Chiefs driving ahead. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Give that tackle to Broderick Washington. Gun, it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. 3rd and short, here's Mahomes. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. And it's going to be second down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
A second down run by Pacheco. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Coming in for the stop was Michael Pierce. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Gets his tight end on the corner route. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Mahomes. Cut near the goal line. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Mahomes throwing for 2. And the pass is caught. Tack 2 more onto the score. No dice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing it just before halftime. He lofts it deep left. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Jalen Watson. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Brings in the kick at the 9. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 17. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. They get 6 and a first down as well.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down could be so demoralizing to that defense.
Completes this one to Rice. Continuing to move past the 45. He gets loose down the right side. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. He's on the move. He's going to end up out of bounds well short of that line, so the defense credited with a sack.
Well, as a quarterback, I hate to assign blame to the position, but on that one, you just got to throw it away for an incompletion. We still need to give credit to the defense, no question, which helped flush them from the pocket in the first place.
On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Drew Tranquil with the pick. And the Chiefs get it back with a nice return to boot down inside the 30. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of the second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking.
And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 12 yards. And a Baltimore first down.
Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st down throw for Jackson. Looking right, and he finds him. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Working quickly here. 1st down, here's Lamar. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it sets up 2nd down. And again, it's Jackson. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Jackson now on 3rd. And it is intercepted, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Ooh, offense catches a break there.
That's simply a difficult tightrope walk to stay in bounds on a catch that far downfield. What an effort. Just too difficult a play to make.
Jackson yet again. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over.